The White Sox, the tolerable 2025 White Sox had, I think the lead story here is the return of Garrett Crochet to the rate with a different team. He did not take the mound for the White Sox. He took the mound for the Red Sox,
who paid him $170 million over the offseason in an extension that he was not going to receive from your White Sox.
Yeah, that actually that happened like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but prior to his start, he was interviewed about what it's like to be the Red Sox and leaving the White Sox. And I thought it was important to read one quote, which it's not going to be surprising because most people who have left the White Sox haven't necessarily had kind words to say about them. And this isn't as harsh as like some of the stuff like Abreu said, but it's a slight little dig from Crochet. Yeah. So he was asked about like being on the Red Sox, and here's what he said. Well, we went out and got Bregman, Devers has won a World Series, Buehler has won a World Series. It felt like it was the big leagues.
Yeah, that's a backhanded anti-compliment, backhanded slam. He didn't directly say that the White Sox are a minor league organization, but he kind of did say it. So.
Yeah. He went on to say, our playoff run in Chicago was 4 years ago. So for me, it was not very hard to move on, honestly. So, because the questions were there, like, is it strange being on another team since you've only known the White Sox? I guess not, especially with what's going on with the Red Sox, such a historic franchise. I was excited and still am for what this team could accomplish this season. So Crochet, not mincing words, but I'm not like, I wasn't bothered by anything he said. In fact, it was the great part about what he said was just factual,
He's not embellishing. He's not, it's just kind of is what it is. I don't remember many interviews with him in general. I don't remember him talking much, but I don't think anything in what he said was out of bounds, but it's just kind of sad more than anything that's how he felt about his time with the White Sox, but it seems to be kind of a consensus over the last several years.
Yeah. And, to make things more interesting, he backed up his words with a big league performance against the Sox on Sunday afternoon, where this is another reason you love baseball, the 8th inning of this game. So, he takes a no-hitter into the 8th inning, and Chase Medroth comes to the plate. Now, you say, who's Chase Medroth? He was one of the 4 players that were traded to the White Sox, minor leaguers, from the Red Sox. And what happens in true irony of baseball is that's the guy who breaks up the no-hitter.
Unbelievable.
For Garrett Crochet. Crochet did say, like, after the game, he did find it really fucking hilarious, like, funny that of all things, that would happen, that is how it happened. He
bummed me out because I wanted the no hitter for my fantasy team once again, but
I'll
take the 7 1/3 scoreless.
Yeah.
Innings, so.
Okay. Congratulations for your April championship.
Capital City Dirtbags.
I seem to have a crown next to my name when you look at it in the on the website. So just take that into account. Anyway,
haven't seen that.
You ask, who is Chase Medroth? He was brought up because, of course, there's a rash of injuries with some of our position players. Tauchman is injured.
That was a long time. He got hurt on the way to score the tying run. We didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah, because
in Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, had a limp in for the out.
He would have scored too. That would have tied the game, but he had the hamstring issue. Could not score. That's just another brutal way to lose a game.
Yeah. So, he's gotten the call up over the last week. They actually called him up specifically during the Red Sox series. I don't know if that was motivation and gamesmanship by the front office. It was a good move. He accumulated over those 3 games a nice 1029 OPS, got a hit in every game. Broke up the no-hitter, played very good in the field. I like him. He's pretty laid back California dude. So interesting different vibe than what we normally see from a White Sox player. My only concern is he chooses to wear number 10.
Ooh.
That was Yoan's number.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Could be a number that leads to sustained injuries. But I like the kid so far. Funny little note to everyone is Smitty was heading back home on the train, had no idea what was going on with the no-hitter.
Yeah, I was in Chicago last weekend, actually.
And I sent him a screen capture, and
oh, I read the wrong part.
the funniest thing was he reads like the White Sox scoring a run and breaking up the no-hitter, and as in true fashion as we played, is it a White Sox player or Chicago Alderman? He said, I don't know who any of these guys are.
Yeah, it listed like four different pieces of the play that broke up the no-hitter, and I couldn't other than Garrett Crochet, I didn't know who any of them were.
Can you decipher this for me, please? But real quick, some quick notes on the White Sox. Really not a terrible team to watch this year so far. I mean, they've got 4 wins already. That's 12 games.
Yeah, you're not the worst team in baseball.
No, they're 12. That's 12 games earlier than last year. It took them 26 games. They won a series already. This is the 5th series of the season for them. It was in the 9th series last year. They finally won one. This is the crazy number, but you'll understand. These are some crazy numbers on why they're not terrible to watch. They have the 9th best pitching staff. Bullpen is 6. Starters are 12. So the bullpen issues that plagued them last season have not so far this season. They're actually tied for 10th in fielding percentage, which because they were last all of last season. But the reason they only have 4 wins is they can't hit still. They are dead last in OPS in baseball. You want to hear a very funny fucking number for OPS? How's
7?
How's 522 sound?
Ooh, wow. Yikes.
But the other good news is, you know how they do the StatCast, what your record should really be based on your performance? The Sox should be 7-8 according to those stats. So they've played well enough. They just haven't been able to completely put it all together. So I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful for a run to win the AL Central. So no, I joke. I'm definitely feeling 60 wins though. I'm definitely feeling the 60 wins this year.
Oh boy, that'd be a huge improvement. That would put you right around the 100 loss level. I mean, you did have. I mean, that was a great series against a good team in the Red Sox. It's impressive to win 2 out of 3 there. And I mean, a lot of teams are going to get shut down by Garrett Crochet. So nothing to be ashamed of there. So that I almost think this past weekend may have like shifted everyone's outlook on what the White Sox could be.
Well, we got a real clash of the Titans starting tonight. White Sox, Athletics.
Oh, that's right.
6:40 Central Standard Time, baby. It's can't miss baseball. Now, it would have been really funny if they decided to put that series on national TV, since neither team is on national TV this year, but that would have been a great. How many people would have actually tuned in?
Wow. Well, you keep underestimating how many people are going to show up to White Sox games. So I think maybe there's more than we realize. So,
well, you will remember though, we were very impressed with their giveaways this year.
That's right.
And I said, I think they amped up the giveaways to get people to the ballpark, and it was a very cool item. If I weren't delayed in returning from a trip I was on, I probably would have tried to go to that game because it was that 1907 like hoodie jersey.
Oh yeah,
really cool looking.
Was that Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
That explains the 30,000 people.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. Yeah, why
well, they
not?
got treated to a win. So, and a cool souvenir.
Yeah, the win's a bonus at this point. You get the
jersey. I got my jersey hoodie. I don't need a fucking win.
Word Hole Media.